What up? This is Rama Screen. I'm covering the AFI Film Festival this week, and one of the awesome films I saw here at the event is a short film called Coin Operated. It's so cool, and I'm here with the mastermind, the genius behind it, Nicholas. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I love being called a genius. Just that's you. You hang out with me and just do that every day, and we'll be good.
Thank you. Well, I won't spoil too much away, but it's about this kid who has this dream of becoming an astronaut, and he comes across this kind of toy rocket ship, right?
All right. No hashtag spoiler alert.
Okay.
No more spoilers. That's good.
So-
That's good.
so, but,
Is that a tease? That's a good tease.
No, but what's the inspiration behind it?
It started with the phrase life savings. I was struck by that phrase one time, and it made me feel sort of simultaneously really hopeful and happy and positive, but sort of sad and doomed, and we're all going to die. And I liked that weird mix of feelings I felt thinking about that, and I wanted to distill that into a film. And I based it around my own personal, long-held desire to go into outer space.
All right. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, all right, man. We're going to do it.
Yes,
We're going to do it.
So talk to me about, because animation is it's known for a long process, right? And collaborative process. So how long does it take to make this film?
2 years. It's
Wow.
a five-minute movie, dude. Two
Wow.
2 years. But it's 2 years spent with a great team,
Yes.
and it's a lot of fun. So yes, it takes a long time for 5 minutes, but I feel good about it. I think I probably feel good about it. I don't know. It's in the middle.
Now talk to me about the look and the tone for this film, because audiences might see it and say like, "Oh, that's kind of Pixar-like."
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Pixar stuff, and so that's a great compliment to me and my team. I'm really proud that we were able to make a movie sort of in that area independently. It's hard to make a movie like a CG movie like that independently outside of the studio system. That's why you don't see too many of them. So I'm really proud that we were able to make this independently.
All right. And was it part of the intention to capture some nostalgic feeling? Because you said that it's based on some part of your childhood, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think a lot of where movies come from and just a big part of our lives is how we were raised and who we were as children and what we wanted to be when we grew up. I mean, I wanted to be a fire truck when I grew up, so that wasn't going to happen. But yeah, I hope to capture some of that, and so hopefully it worked.
Now, talk to me briefly about bringing this movie, the significance of bringing this movie to this event, AFI Film Festival.
This is a dream festival for me. Just the other movies playing here are so cool. And then for me personally, I have a connection to AFI, which is that when I was little, like 12, the AFI came out with their top 100 American movies, this big list. And I got a copy of them all on VHS in 4 huge boxes. And I never went to film school or anything. I just watched a lot of movies. And those 4 big boxes of VHS tapes lived under my bed all growing up. And I watched them over and over again. And that was my film education, watching, Citizen Kane and Casablanca and all these movies over and Singing in the Rain and Unforgiven. That's a personal favorite. And so to then get to play my movie here is just a dream come true. It's awesome. And to play it at that theater at the Chinese is like so dope.
It's classic.
Yeah.
So you said film school. Now, Quentin Tarantino once said, "I don't go to film school, I go to film." I mean, so what's your perspective or belief as far as aspiring filmmakers out there? Should they go to get the education old school style, or they should just shoot their own films right there and then?
So I think both work.
Okay.
I did not go to film school, but I certainly would have if I didn't have a script that I knew I wanted to make it. I knew exactly how I saw it in my head. If I didn't have that, but I knew I wanted to get into this, I would have strongly considered film school. And, I'd go on Wikipedia and look at the lives of the directors that I really admired and the filmmakers that I really admired. Oh, what did they do? And you see a lot of them are USC, AFI, NYU. And then you see a lot of them who just went off on their own and did it, or just watched a lot of movies. And it seems like both worked. So I think both routes work. You just need to really love it and work hard at it.
Now, Who's your animation hero? Miyazaki.
Brad Bird's a big one. He's awesome, but I don't even consider animation as that separate from filmmaking. I see it. A lot of people see it as a genre, and I see it more as a sort of the most powerful tool of filmmaking. It's filmmaking at its least constrained. You can do anything, and the audience will come along. So I don't really separate out my favorite filmmakers by genre. So to me, Brad Bird or Miyazaki, they're right up there with me with Spielberg and Sofia Coppola and Patty Jenkins and, my heroes. So that's all one to me.
Nice. So for my fans at home who are aspiring animators, filmmakers, what's your advice to them?
This was my first movie, and I was scared the whole time I was making it. I had no idea what I was doing. And the more I went through this process, the more I was convinced that no one has any idea what they're doing, and you should just start.
So what do you hope the audience would take out of watching Coin Operated? Because I got the theme, but what do you hope the audience would get?
I hope that they ask themselves what a well-lived life is and how much you can know yourself by knowing who you were as a child and whether or not it's worth it to sort of follow that. And I don't know the answer.
All right. Lastly, for people who are attending AFI this week, when can they see Coin Operated and what's the schedule?
Just played, so you missed it, unfortunately. And man, you missed a doozy of a screening. It was amazing.
It was amazing, right?
But it's playing twice more on Monday in front of a movie called The Breadwinner, a feature, and in front of another feature called Mary and the Witch's Flower. And you can check the schedule on the AFI website.
All right. Thank you so much, Nicholas, and congratulations on Coin Operated.
Thanks a lot, Ron.
Thank you.
This dude.